Um, so hopefully that I've convinced you at least enough that meditation is scientifically proven. It will change your life, and get started today. Like there's really no excuses. There's one thing I want to address, and this is because it comes from my background. So this to me was one of my objections when I started to sit down and look at meditation. And so my background is Christian. I was raised Christian. That's still my faith. However, when I started to get into meditation, I felt this weirdness about it. Like, is this right? Is this okay? Is this in line with my faith? Is this the right thing to do? Are we doing a different religion? Are we're worshiping different gods? Like, what's going on here? And as I started to study meditation more, and I do have a science background, so the science speaks to me more than anything, is that we are all energy. You cannot argue that we're energy. And if you know anything about atoms and atomic theory and what's going on with atoms are 99.999% nothing, right? They're mostly dead space. Only like 0.0001% of it is actually matter. So when you think about that, and I remember learning this in physics whenever I was in college, I was like, wait, what? We're made up of nothing? Yes, we truly are made up of nothing. We're made up of energy, which when you break it down is just energy, right? And you know that you can feel somebody's energy when you walk into the room and you're like, ooh, they're kind of sketchy. I don't like their energy. Or you know when somebody walks in a room and you're just like, they're a ball of light. They're amazing. Their energy, you can feel it. So energy is real, and we have influence over our energy. The other thing that I just learned that I was like, this blowing my mind, and I know you've probably heard about the water study where, you could speak positive or negative to water and it would change its structure. That was like, yeah, okay, that's old news. Well, what I just found is there's another study, and it's in this book that I'll put in the comments on Facebook. It is, again, I wish I could remember it. Sorry, not sorry. It's in my Instagram story. So go to my Instagram story if you want to see it. But it talked about this study of participants of this study holding a bottle of DNA that was suspended in liquid. And there was 3 groups. The one group was just supposed to hold the bottle, suspended in liquid, and think positive thoughts to it. Just think to it, right? The next group was just supposed to think about changing the DNA somehow. So change it somehow. And then the third group combined feeling positive feelings and thinking about untwirling the DNA. And what they found is that group that held, and they were trained meditators, so they were really good at what they were doing. They held that intention of untwirling the DNA, and they also held a positive feeling as they did that. And when they took the DNA out and they looked at it, the structure of the DNA was changed, and it was actually unfolded. So if you know anything about DNA, it's a helix and it's all wrapped up. But the combination of, I say this again, the combination of positive feeling, positive emotion, and intention caused the DNA to untwirl, to change its structure. So you've heard of people that have been cured of terminal illnesses based on this holistic medicine, going into meditation, going into mindfulness, forgiving people, going through all these processes, and it ends up affecting their body internally. So I now feel like, now that I know all the stuff that I know, and I don't even know everything, it's just the tip of the iceberg, but I feel like I have to tell people to begin to meditate today and stop making excuses, especially type A people. Type A people, you got this. Like, you got this. The challenge here is doing something that you're not good at, or you feel or you perceive that you're not good at least. That's my challenge when I start something new. Like, I'm not good at it, I'm not doing it right, and I get frustrated. Well, here's the beautiful thing about, oh, Kilna, I'm so glad you're on. I miss you. Here's a beautiful thing about meditation. You can't really do it wrong. Just do it. Just do it. Just show up, right? So I'm going to walk you through a couple of things that work for me. And then again, I'll do a brief little meditation as I shut down here, because I want to get myself grounded, because I'm getting like really amped up and really hyper. And kind of like guide you guys through a meditation on how you would do it. And I'll do some breathing exercise with you as well. But I also want to point out this is my nightstand here, and this is my little beautiful table of just things that make me happy, and I set my intentions into them. So, and this is where I think people get the wrong idea of what meditation is and how people use it. And again, anybody can do meditation of any religion. But again, me coming from the Christian background, some people are like, well, crystals, what is that? Like, what's going on? And is this like pagan worship? And the way I do it is I'm setting my intention. So just like I like to wear my favorite shirt because I feel good, the intention is I put the shirt on, it makes me feel good. It's the same thing with these things. I have some crystals here that are beautiful, and I'll just kind of go over some of them with you. This one I got in Idaho, and it's my favorite. It's amethyst, which is also my birthstone. These are some little Chinese coins with which one of my mentors really kind of anchors in wealth and abundance. This is quartz, which I just think is beautiful, and it amplifies energy. This one is rose quartz, and it's all about love. This blue one, I forget what this blue one is, but the beautiful thing about this blue one, I went with my boyfriend to the crystal shop, and he picked this one, and this one is all about logic and using the mind. So I just think that was appropriate that he picked this one. This one's petrified wood, and I also got this in Idaho. My grandfather bought this for me. This is a little seashell that's a heart that I found at some beach. Who knows? The point is these are just cool things I like to look at. They make me happy, and I've always collected rocks as a kid, so this is like cool, like gave me a cool experience to be able to collect it. And so what I did the other day is I just sat in front of this window. So you can't tell, but I'm in front of this window right now. It's getting dark in here. But I just set those on the window ledge, and then I lit some candles because I have these candles that smell really good. Lit the candles and just like kind of looked out the window. Like, that's really the basics of starting to be mindful, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you're on vacation and it's relaxing, when you're out in nature, when you're just looking at the sunset and you're just like present and you start to feel grateful and you're just like, wow, life is amazing. And you start to just feel good and grounded in where you are. So first step is just getting in a place, if you can, that you feel good in. If you feel good energy and you feel safe in. Now, I will say, the clients that I work with, I challenge them a little bit too. I have a client that has she moved and she has a spare room that's kind of full of stuff and it's kind of chaotic. And I've challenged her to go in and meditate in the chaos, because eventually we'll start to just notice like, well, what happens when I'm feeling chaotic? What happens when I'm out of control? Oh, these thoughts come up. So there are times when, let's say I'm in the middle of laundry, but I'm starting to feel anxiety. I'm just going to stop and just like get grounded and get present and stop doing what I want. Because again, type A's, I know what you'll do. Perfectionists, you'll be like, well, before I meditate, I need a meditation room and I need to set it up. Oh, and I need crystals and no, you don't need anything. You can do it right now. I'm just telling you some of the things, like if I'm really feeling like I want to set the space and take a long time to meditate, I'm going to set it up really pretty, feel good about the space. I like to have the door closed. I don't know if that's right or wrong. And I'm just saying that just how I feel, because I want to feel protected so that nobody's going to walk through my energy. So I get really sensitive when I'm meditating because I feel like somebody's going to walk through my energy and like mess me up. Right. Now I've seen people out in California that can meditate in the middle of a park and it doesn't even bother them. So it just depends on where you're at. Shannon says, so me, master of get ready to get ready. Yes, I know. You guys are still watching type A's. I get you. I totally get you. So I'm going to challenge you guys tonight to just practice sitting down somewhere or laying. And here's the other thing. You don't have to do it a certain way. I'm a rule breaker. I don't like people to tell me how to do or what to do. So these are all just ideas. But I want to give you the intention behind the meditation, and it's to become more aware of what's going on with you. So it can even be you're laying down for bed, you put on, there's a really great free app called Insight Timer. You just put on some meditation music and just lay there and just start to breathe. Just start to like kind of relax your body from head to toe. Notice what comes up and you're like, oh, my shoulder's tight. Okay. And you're like, oh shoot, I got to do, or oh shoot, there's laundry and I got to go get that. Notice it and don't respond to it. Be like, okay, you know what? No, I know I need to get laundry. And you can have this conversation in your head. I think the thing that challenges people is that they feel like they have to stop their thoughts. And that's just not true, right? those yogis and Gandhi and these people who have been, those monks that have been meditating, they can reach total enlightenment, but we're not looking for that right now. We're just looking for mindfulness to go, oh, okay, as I'm sitting here quietly, I'm starting to get fearful because I've never sat with myself before. I'm starting to get uncomfortable because I don't like this. I don't want to be alone with my thoughts. I'm starting to judge myself because I'm having this thought right now that says I'm really bad at doing this. And then, so you're just being aware. And I remember 7 years ago watching on TV, Super Soul Sunday, Oprah was interviewing Eckhart Tolle, and he was saying, and he's the one that wrote The Power of Now. He was saying, do you ever just notice that there's a second person inside of you observing? And I was like, no, what are you talking about? What? There's another person inside of me? Now, the crazy thing is, I've always felt that way. Since I was a teenager, I was like, why are there two people? There's one that like knows what to do and like knows the right thing and like, this is who I want to be. And there's this other person who just like does whatever they want, right? And that's like the ego and the subconscious. And I didn't know that at the time, but yes, we're looking to be the observer of what we're doing. Only when we can start to observe what we're doing and how we're acting can we actually change it, right? Because if it's subconscious and we keep continuing to do it over and over again, we're not aware, we cannot change it. So that's the purpose of meditation in my mind, is just to become more aware. Now, I will say a warning for you type A perfectionists. This is what happened with me. This is what happens with my clients. This is what happens with any retreat that I've ever gone to. You go in, you make big leaps and bounds in personal growth. You start meditating, you become more aware, and you're like, wow, I'm a shitbag. Like you just start to judge yourself because all of a sudden all these things start coming up for you and you're like, yeah, I'm the worst. So I want to just bring that out to you to know that the purpose here is not to uncover what's wrong with you, quote unquote, what's wrong with you. To me, the way my mindset has shifted is now I'm doing amazing because I'm willing to do the work to transform my life, which includes looking in the mirror, being self-aware, and noticing, oh, these patterns keep coming up. And like, oops, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Like Britney Spears, right? I did it again. But now I'm aware of it and I can take different roads and different paths as I go along. So I would encourage you to journal. If you're a social media person, post about it. Just post about the process, share it. I truly believe in if there's something that's working for you to share it with the world, which is why I'm sharing this now so aggressively, like everyone must do this. Because if you knew that you had something in the palm of your hand that could change your life, like, wouldn't you just do it every day, right? Like with health, with fitness, if you have a great nutrition routine, a great fitness routine, you want to share it, right? Keto people want to share it all the time. So this is how I want to share now about meditation. And again, I come from a fitness and nutrition background, and to me, this is a missing piece. The mindset has always been the missing piece, which is why I transitioned into life coaching and not just fitness and nutrition, because it's more than that. It all starts with your mind, right? That's how it happens. So I'm going to shut this down because I've been on for about 30 minutes and I could go on longer, but I want to give you guys value and let you kind of wind down for the night because sleep is super important. And I don't want you all on your phones all night, right? We want to get into our sleep routine. So I'm going to just do a meditation. You are happy to join along with me. Kilna says, my easy meditation is just getting out first thing in the morning and doing the sun salutation. Beautiful. Beautiful. Getting your body involved. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. So I'm just going to ground us into this space. If you are driving, obviously don't close your eyes. Technically, when you're driving, it's not a meditation. I would consider it more of a mindfulness, but I do listen to meditations all the time when I'm driving, and I'm just kind of programming my mind and resetting my mind with positive affirmations. But being still and just focusing on being still, kind of disconnecting from your body a bit, which you cannot safely do if you're driving a vehicle. So I don't recommend. But you can sit, you can lay down, you can do whatever's comfortable for you. And don't feel like you have to stay in that same position. So for me, the first 2, 3, 5 minutes is like me adjusting and getting comfortable. So don't feel like you have to do it like a certain way or you have to be really still. I'm always adjusting because I'm free to do that at any time, just like you guys are. So I'm going to start here with just, if you're seated, you just want to start to kind of feel your body, feel your shoulders, Sit up nice and tall, lengthening the spine, engaging your abdominals, engaging the core muscles and the back muscles, and rolling the shoulders down and back. If you're laying down, that's also another option. You can just relax and get in a comfortable posture. If you're doing anything else, you can just listen to the sound of my voice. And here you can keep your eyes open. If you want to, you can close them about 9/10 of the way so you're looking down and you're keeping them slightly open. I like to just close mine and I start to relax my face. So from here, all we're doing is just setting our body posture and start to just become aware of your breathing. A lot of the times throughout the day, we're breathing really shallowly, and that has a lot to do with stress and fight or flight. So as you're starting to become aware of your breathing, you can start to take big inhales through the belly, so through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. I really like exhaling through the mouth. It feels good to me. If you want to do nose, you can do nose. Again, there's no rules. Start to follow a breathing pattern. And then just starting at the top of your head, just start to relax. So just notice the crown of your head. As you come down, relax your forehead, relax your eyes. Relax the jaw. The jaw has a tendency to get tight. Take the tongue, relax the tongue. Bring the shoulders down, let the shoulders melt. As you come down through, relax the arms. The hands can be facing down on your lap. The palms can be facing up. A nice way to think about it is if you're facing them down, you want to be grounded and just really centered in the earth. If they're facing up, it's more of a receiving mode of abundance and allowing. So you can do whatever you want with your hands. Continue to find a breathing pattern that feels good for you. As you come down through the torso, relax the hips. Start to just feel the thighs, the fullness of the thighs and the legs. As you come down through, relax the calves, relax the feet. Keeping the spine lengthened, just think about settling into your tailbone, really grounding yourself down into the floor. And what I like to do simply is just set an intention. And for a lot of people, it's nighttime. I know I have Kilna joining us from Australia, which I'm so happy about. But set your intention either for the day, if it's morning and you're listening to this in the middle of the day, or if it's nighttime. And on the inhale, you can just set that intention as a word or as a phrase. So it might be love, it might be peace. The word that I like to use is flow. Because when we're in flow, it's not work. When we're in flow, we're completely present. Just focus on that word, how it makes you feel, and just notice. Do you feel anxiety when you hear the word? Do you feel like it's something you can't do? Does it feel good? And you can try on different words for size. Try to find a word, just like trying on clothes. Try to find a word that makes you feel good when you breathe it in, like abundance. And now let's, on the exhale, choose a word that you want to exhale. So you're going to breathe in abundance. Exhale scarcity. Breathe in joy. Exhale anxiety. We're just going to finish doing that 3 times. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Inhale. And let all the air out. At the end of the meditation here, you can start to move your body, wiggle your fingers, your toes. You can do any stretches you want to do. Relax. And then whenever you're ready, you just slowly open your eyes and you enter back in your space. Right? And I can tell you, I just took myself into like a pretty deep state. So you guys saw me at the beginning of this. I was hype. I was like like, super excited. And now I typically don't do late calls because I get really excited and then I can't sleep. So this was a beautiful experience for me to share with you. Number one, I would have felt like a weirdo doing this like years ago, right? On 3 platforms. I don't even know who's watching, where you're watching from. But I'm so grounded and just so confident in this practice that I want to share it with people. And I have not been trained in meditation. So I'll just say that. I don't know if I'm doing it correctly. All I'm doing is doing what feels good to me. So I do guided meditations for myself. I share them with my clients. I just flow into it. I never have a plan. And one of my values is flow. So I am always just seeking opportunities to have more flow in my life. And so this experience was great. I'm glad I got to share it with you. If you're watching and you like this, if you're watching the replay, if you're watching the Zoom, if you're on YouTube, wherever you are, please just comment and let me know that this was good, because this is something completely new for me. In terms of, in 2018 I was doing fitness nutrition coaching exclusively with some mindset work, and now I've transitioned into life coaching and really focusing on the science of transformation, and this is exciting for me. So if this is good stuff for you and you want me to keep sharing, then please leave a comment. And then also, I wanted to let you know that I'm doing, thank you, Jillian. Jillian says it's great. I am doing a self-love perfectionist project starting on Friday of this week, which is April 26th. It's going to be at the same time at 8 p.m. on Friday for 6 weeks. And it really is focusing on things just like this, spending time in self-love, in self-care, and setting those intentions for what you want to achieve in a 6-week time period. It's an amazing place to get started if you've never done coaching before. It's a safe place. It is only for women at this time. So if you're watching and you're a woman, or you know someone that a woman that would really love this, then please do share it with them. All right, guys, I am winding down, going to bed. This is a great experience. Thank you for letting me share this with you. And please reach out to me if you have any questions, if you want any meditations, or just want to follow up with me after this. All right, guys, good night. Okay, so I wanted to get started and talk about meditation today. And what's so amazing is I just started this challenge with Manifestation Babe, who I've followed for maybe